Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Hope you're having a fantastic day and have already finished up your morning routine. I am dressed down to the shoes and I've completed my morning routine. So I hope you guys are moving along in that. I've had comments this week about my post on the top 10 things that I have in support of getting dressed down to the lace-up shoes every morning. Had several comments about shoes. Some of you don't wear shoes in your house for germ reasons, some for cultural reasons, some it's just not a habit you've ever gotten into and you wonder what's so important about it. So I've been very interested to read the emails that have come in about that. And the main thing that I find when I put on my lace-up shoes is that I'm ready to go. My body and my mind know it's time to get busy. And by having a pair of shoes on that don't fall off, I'm able to move around the house easily. If I need to go outside or chase a child down, which some of you have to do that with little ones, your shoes are not going to fall off. If you drop something in the kitchen, it's going to fall, it may break. Well, you won't get cut because you've got shoes that are closed around your feet. And I know they're not the most stylish things, but you can get really cute shoes these days that lace up. You can get colorful ones. So just really consider that. In the summer, you can wear sandals that have different straps that strap onto your feet, but you're still not going to have that protection. I don't wear flip-flops around the house very often. If I do, it's first thing in the morning from my bedroom to the kitchen to eat breakfast, and then I put on my lace-up shoes when I get fully dressed. But I don't wear flip-flops as a normal part of my routine because you can't really move fast in them. You can't go up and down stairs safely. And I have had to go outside and get children out of trouble when they were little. So I just got into that habit of wearing those lace-up shoes. And if it's something that you're really concerned about germs, get an inexpensive pair of lace-up shoes and just wear them in the house. One lady wrote that she would forget sometimes she had her inside shoes on and she would go outside. So she's really tried to make herself remember that. I don't really worry too much about it. I clean my shoes before I come in the house. The boys clean their shoes. The worst times is if it's raining because they track in the wet mud and then it kind of dries. But, that's not very often. Joanne says she wears flip-flops if she's painting a room and get rid of them if she steps in paint. Yeah, that is true. But I've also dripped a lot of paint too, so I'd be painting the tops of my feet. I'm not a very neat painter, but I do paint whenever we have a room that needs to be done. Today I want you to declutter in an area that doesn't often get attention, and that is your dresser. Pick one of your dresser drawers that's the fullest, that's the hardest to open and close, that you know has things in it you've not seen in years. Spend 5 to 10 minutes on one drawer. I'm not asking you to do the whole dresser, just one drawer. Pull out anything that's worn out, that doesn't fit, that you haven't worn in years, and let it go. Whenever I clean out some of my dresser drawers, I just immediately throw things in the trash because usually they're pretty old and holey and they don't need to be donated anywhere. They just need to be thrown in the trash. So do that as a quick, easy mission. I know you avoid those dresser drawers. You don't want to do the whole dresser, and I'm not going to tell you to do it. Next month, I'll have you go back and do another drawer. Over the course of several months, you'll work your way through the dresser, but you're not going to do it all at one time. It's going to be a lot less painful this way, and you're going to start seeing a difference when you put your laundry up because you're going to have more room. Cynthia says, "Hi from California. What is the color changing item behind you?" That is my diffuser that somebody gave me for my birthday, and it lights up and it diffuses. And I have a child who has strep, so I've been diffusing on guard right here in my little area to help protect me from germs. And I like the little colorful lights that it does. So my cousin gave that to me for my birthday, and I've had a lot of fun having this little colorful light up item in my kitchen. And it has been nice. I've diffused lemon oil, orange oil, and another oil called Joy. So I just switch out different little oils, and it's really a nice little treat. So it's like I'm at a spa sometimes. Thanks, Cynthia. It is pretty, and I really appreciate my cousin for thinking of me and giving that to me. And I've enjoyed especially this week with the kids sick, using it and keeping my little area as germ-free as possible, because I really don't want to have strep. And I'll just go ahead and tell you the other things I do for germs is I will wipe our doorknobs and our light switches a couple of times a day. After he's been on the antibiotic 3 days, I'm going to toss his toothbrush and he'll get a new one. So I really try to keep the germs down, but this is his second time to get strep in a short amount of time, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that to make sure we don't have a carrier in the house or that he's just picking it up whenever he goes out. And Joanne asked what a diffuser is for moisture. It does add some moisture into the air. By diffusing the oils, I'm breathing them in, and they're really good for me for my asthma and my lungs. It gives me moisture in my lungs and in my nose, and also the oils help support my immune system. So I enjoy having it, and it does seem to help me. And yes, Lori, I love that Joy scent too. A couple of drops in the diffuser and it just smells wonderful. On the blog this morning, I talked about the top places where we have clutter that keeps coming back. Some of the areas in your home that you're decluttering will stay maintained and decluttered without a whole lot of effort. But there are 3 areas in your home that I know from talking to ladies across the country and also in my own home. I know that there are 3 areas that are problem areas for hot spots and clutter. That's your entryway, your kitchen, and your master bedroom. The entryway, people walk in, drop things, and walk away. Some of your children walk into the house and there's like a trail that follows as wherever they've gone in the house because they drop stuff along the way. Really work at picking up behind yourself when you come in. Don't drop things at the door, and remind your children to put their things away. Have your launch pad area near the door where they know where to put things to go whenever you leave the house. And some of the things they walk into the house may go right back to that launch pad. But don't let them just have free reign to drop stuff and then you deal with it. The entryway is probably going to be one of your hot spot areas. I also mentioned the kitchen because we spend a lot of time in our kitchens cooking, and we spend a lot of time eating, and there's just dirty dishes. And there's people that will walk through the house and leave things for you on your island or the table because they don't know where it goes. So really work on that too. Teach your family where things belong. When I did the kitchen renovation, I moved stuff around. So they're still asking me when they empty the dishwasher, where do certain things go? They've not gotten used to it. But they're getting better at it because I will tell them where it goes and then they have to go find it, rather than me getting up and doing it for them. So there are times you're just going to have to gently remind them to pick up or put things where they belong. Really work at having a place for things. Your master bedrooms get cluttered for 2 reasons. 1, you use it for stash and dash. And 2, you carry your laundry in there and you don't get it put away. Concentrate on spending that 5 minutes putting your laundry away. I can fold a load and hang a load in 5 minutes and have it put away, and in under 10 minutes I've got it all done. Because I do it every single time. I don't let it pile up. I don't wait and fold 2 or 3 loads at a time. I try not to put 2 or 3 loads up at one time either. Only difference would be when we come back from trips and I do a whole lot of laundry at one time. But otherwise, I take care of it just 1 load at a time and deal with it that way. Your home blessing today is to declutter paper or magazines. All of you have paper in your house. So even if you don't get magazines anymore, which a lot of you don't, you can still spend 5 minutes decluttering paper, and doing this regularly is going to make a difference in your home. You're going to have less stuff to move, less stuff to work around when you're cleaning. So spend that 5 minutes on paper clutter today. I'm not telling you 15, just 5. Give me 5 minutes today on paper clutter. And come back and tell me in the comments down here that you did it. Dinner tonight is probably going to be taco soup for the boys, and I'm going to have chicken and a salad. We've got some leftover taco meat. I have the things to fix for the taco soup, so we'll use the Instapot, throw the ingredients in, and 20 minutes later we'll have our supper ready. I love having that Instapot. If you don't have one, they really are time savers and money savers because I plug it in and I can even do a roast in an hour. So I'm not using a whole lot of electricity to cook, and it's a lot faster than the crock pot was or using the oven. So if you don't have one, I highly recommend you look into it. I've got one now that I use just for vegetables and one for meat. So I can set up 2 of them at the same time, and there's my main dish and my side dish all at one time. So let me know in the comments what you're going to declutter today. Is it going to be paper? And I want you to let me know about decluttering in your dresser drawers. Some of you will find treasures that you've not seen in a long time because you've hid it down in a dresser drawer and you forgot you put it there. I've found things when I've decluttered down to the bottom of my drawers too. Have a fantastic Thursday. I will be with you early in the morning at 8 o'clock for my video because we have an appointment, and I'm also praying that nobody else gets this strep bug, so I'm going to be doing some germ patrol today, taking care of all these little surfaces that people touch commonly in our house, and everybody's going to be washing their hands regularly, and we'll probably use more paper towels than hand towels too, just to keep us from using the same towel behind each other. So I will talk to you guys bright and early in the morning. Have a great day.